Well, hello, my babies, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Spiritual Tea Time with RevPayshence. Tonight, we're going to be talking about anything and everything paranormal, especially dealing with these other worldly personalities that you can come across and how to protect yourself and how to deal with them and what to expect, especially in some of them really nasty places where some of them are just extremely malevolent. And of course, I got to have my girls who I am proud to say I have been a mentor to. One of them even calls me her Mama Odie, which I think is absolutely adorable because that is my goal to be a little old lady living in the swamp somewhere at 197 years old with no trespassing. Anyways, that's just the swamp with Jimmy. But without further ado, we will have Arcane April and Heather from Cross Creek Paranormal joining us tonight. Well, hello, my ladies. How are you doing, beautifuls?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How y'all been? Long time no see, my girls. I mean, get
Um,
us caught up. What have we been doing? What has been going on with the paranormal realm of investigation?
Well, honestly, we've all kind of gone a little bit of our own way here lately. We've been kind of growing individually and together as a group as well. We've done a couple of big like paracons and stuff like that we've
Mhm.
guested at and had the benefit of going to. St. Albans was one of them. I don't know if you ever got
Ooh,
a chance to
girl.
go to St. Albans, but we did that one. We did the local pagan fest here in Augusta, Georgia. Heather flew over to hang out, and we had a great time. Um, and we've just been doing some like individual hunts and stuff. I've got one coming up really soon at Old South Pitt Hospital. Doing that
No,
one. Yeah, it's gonna be great, right? So we're doing that one, and then we're also doing Brushy Mountain as well, the
oh,
penitentiary.
girl.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we
my
got some
God.
things coming up.
Ah, yes. And what you got going on, Miss Heather?
Well, flying all over with April, doing some ghost hunts there. St. Albans was very interesting. I can't
Mm.
remember if we were in the basement when April was like, Heather, come in this room. And I was like, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Oh, I feel you, girl. I feel you. I know exactly what you're talking about. They got some things in there you don't want to be trifling with, and that's a good point to jump off on. In places like that, especially you got all these little trendy little babies out there watching witch talk and whatever on Instagram and whatever going on YouTube, and they think, oh, this is so cool. Let me go out there, and then they end up getting in the world of trouble with something malevolent and demonic that's running around the place. What would you suggest when you're going, especially, an amateur going in, a baby, starting out in the field? How would you teach them how to protect themselves? What are some good basics to have?
I mean, I would say so. Listen, this is gonna sound a little bad, but the biggest thing that I always tell people, and you can get yourself in trouble here, so it's gotta be executed exactly the right way. But the Marine Corps, United States Marine Corps, right? They have this saying, right? You gotta be, I shall fear no evil because I'm the baddest motherfucker in the valley, right? You have
Exactly.
to walk into some locations with that in mind. Nothing here is going to hurt me because I am the baddest motherfucker in this valley. And that's kind of the way that I've never encountered anything. And I mean, knock on wood, like I'm pretty active. We go to a lot of places. We've been to, the top 5 in the United States. And I've never had anything that I was ever felt uncomfortable with, except for one time, which was at St. Albans. And whatever that is, that thing is in love with me. So, we just have a situationship on our hands, me and whatever entity that is. That's okay. That's all right. I'm down with it, I'm not going to yunk its yum.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not causing any physical harm, that's all that matters.
No, I mean, it's good. It just has a real big crush on me, which is fine. Get in my pictures. That's fine.
Take the portraits with them. I love that type of stuff. I've had some interesting, situations happen myself with, especially in the asylums. And what help besides having that attitude of that, what, like, any type of, crystals, or did you spray yourself, or did you, any what other type of tools did you guys use to help protect yourself that someone could, incorporate,
I think a good big one before we get into the crystals real fast is don't take your own shit in there with you. So like
true.
whatever you have going on, you need to clear that out. You are here, you are present for the hunt. The issues you have going at home, the fight you're having with your husband, none of that matters. And not inside there. So you can't take your own stuff in there with you because that's something that can be used against you in the long run. So but yeah, I think we talked before. I like to carry my grandmother's cross. It has an amethyst on it. And I, of course, love to carry amethyst. April's always telling me, like, do you really need another amethyst rock? You need to buy this other one.
Girl, you can never have enough second protection, honey. Don't bitch that baby for that.
It's just anything purple. It's not that it's amethyst. It's just purple.
Well, let me make a quick suggestion for you, baby. Since you like that April, the purple amethyst and everything.
I do like that April.
Sorry. What I meant to say was it's called Orlite 23. And this type of amethyst, think about it on steroids. And its main look, you find it up in the Canadian area, and it's actually more expensive than diamonds. And it has, I mean, do your research on it. I don't, off the top of my head, I know it's like copper, gold, platinum, titanium, other types of quartz. Like there's 23 different type of other elements in it encased inside the amethyst. It's not for the amateur. And since you're so used to having that, you want to talk about amplifying for major protection and everything, especially when you're wearing it on your right hand, your dominant hand and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then adding it astrophyllite. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It is like, actually, I have one on me, but my lighting's not that great.
So me just taking notes.
Yeah, right.
That's what I told you, baby. I said, just because you on the show, don't be, you know. Yeah, you talking to Reverend, you talking to Mama, honey. Take
April
notes,
and I
baby.
found us a rock guy who's pretty awesome.
This is one of my favorite, and I have it in. I wear it on the bracelet on my dominant hand. It's called astrophyllite, and what it is, it helps you protect you psychically while you're still in the physical 3D while dealing with the spiritual realm.
Feel like.
And the first one was Orlite 32?
23.
23.
Mm-hmm. It has, like I said, gold, copper, platinum. Platinum. Well, I mean palladium. I'm thinking about the old club in New York. Oh, fun times there. That was back in the day when I was Mistress Vixen. I was a naughty little girl. Oh, the 90s was great, baby. Oh, if the stories I could tell, if I could remember half of them, that's the problem.
Same.
Oh, but real quick, let me say hello to Miss Lavidia. Thank you, Miss Lavidia, for joining us. She says, "Good evening, ladies. It's so nice to have you join us tonight." Now, in your experiences, especially, I know for a fact, April, like over there, like because we talked about it in the other show and everything, girl. What are some of the major experiences that you've like had there, especially on Fort Gordon?
Ooh, okay. So there's
Ooh.
actually a lot to this. Um, so the office that I work in on Fort Gordon is haunted. Like, let me be the first one to break the news to everyone. That
Mhm.
office building was originally, when it was constructed, it was part of the POW barracks for German POWs. I think there might have been an Italian POW or two as well, but specifically for the German POWs, and they have just renovated it and renovated it and renovated it, and now it is very active. If you stay, like, even in the middle of the day, things will happen, and you're just
Oh
like, that
wow.
door just opened on its own, and there's nobody in that room. Like, lights are off. When they're all like,
Mhm.
the lights that turn on if somebody's moving around in there, lights are still off, and the door is opening. Like, this is odd. Um, they'll have um file cabinets and stuff. The file cabinets will open, which is weird. And you would just think, oh, well, maybe it's on, like a tilt or something. Maybe it's, sloped down, but it isn't. That isn't the case. Sometimes if you're there late at night, you'll hear the chairs like moving around. You'll hear keyboards clicking. You'll hear like drawers being opened and stuff like that. It's extremely active.
Oh wow.
So I named the spirit. I named him. His name is Philip. Oh, and there's also, so outside of the POW stuff, which I think honestly in and of itself is enough. But outside of that, they just completed a renovation a few years ago on the building that we're in, right? So this was
Mhm.
another renovation after they'd done it several other times. And during the project, the foreman for the construction hung himself in the building.
Are you shitting me? Oh my
No,
god.
he did. So I have named him Philip. And he actually, he's everybody else is terrified, and I'm just like, Philip, turn the lights on, and he'll, like every once in a while it'll happen, and I'm like, yup, and people are just like, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. But I stay there so late normally when I'm at work that, I mean, it's really just me and the security guards, and that's it, a lot of the time. So I've just had to get really comfortable with it, and I don't feel like it's anything, you know, angry or agitated or anything like that. I really don't feel like that. I feel like it's just somebody that wants people to know that he's there and just kind of remember, like, yeah,
He's
we know you're still
very
kicking around.
protective of you because he knows that you see him and you recognize him and you
Mhm.
respect him and everything. That's one thing I can't stand about a lot of these shows and everything that you see on the TV and YouTube and stuff. It's how disrespectful they are of the dead
Oh yeah.
because they want, want these views and everything. And just because someone is not have a fleshy anymore, the flesh suit is gone doesn't mean their intelligence is gone. They're still just as articulate and intelligent as they were when they were alive. They're just
Yeah.
in a different form, and it just drives me nuts how they do that. But I was talking to my business partner. Shout out to Indigo Psychics Coffee and Clarity that sponsors our lovely show here on Indigo
Woo-hoo.
Psychics TV. Um, and she remembers that we had talked about a year ago about coming and doing an event down there in Augusta
Oh,
with you ladies.
yeah.
Ooh.
There
And
has
I
been
think
some forward progression. We are not where we need to be yet, but there has been forward progression. We are talking to the other local groups in the area, and we've broached the subject about having an event here in Augusta. But I would rather talk about an event that I know is coming up in January in Las Vegas.
Ah,
That's what I want to talk about.
yes, girl. Baby. Let the good times roll. We gonna be having a good time. All my witches, occultists, heathens, Wiccans, whatever you may be, brujas, voodoos, whatever you may be, think you are, come out and join us at Witch Vegas. It's going to be at the Orleans Hotel and Casino in the Mardi Gras room during the middle of Mardi Gras season, January 20th and 21st, 2024, which is sponsored by my lovely company, Indigo Psychics Coffee and Clarity. And it will be hosted by I couldn't ask for better hostesses. Our dear friends, the Weird Sisters of Las Vegas, Lady TA and Mama Voodoo. They are going to be our hostess with the mostess and everything. And we're going to be having for our VIP Saturday night, we're going to have a masquerade, which is rave dedicated to all the dark feminine energies of like Lilith and Hecate and Setmek and all the various different dark feminine energies, and just really celebrating everything of the goddess, because she's not celebrated enough, and showing that no matter what our differences are, we're a lot more alike than what we want to realize. And both Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having speakers. We'll also have vendors, and we'll also have a reader's row, so you can come get your fortune told. And then also too, for the VIPs, let I not forget, Sunday morning we're going to have a lovely continental breakfast featuring the coffee and tea service of Indigo Psychics, Coffee and Clarity, where you can meet and greet all of the speakers that will be speaking that weekend at the convention. I'm excited, and I'm so glad my girls are going to be coming out and party, girl. And we just secured one of my he is absolutely fabulous. He is one of my favorite gothic dark wave industrial DJs of Vegas. His name is DJ Thorn Blackfire.
Oh
Yeah, honey. He's very big in the Vegas area. And he's doing it for free as a favor to me. Oh, girl, it was hilarious when we tried to get the place and everything. Because since I'm stuck in the Midwest, the Weird Sisters, lost my train of thought there for a second. The Weird Sisters were doing my legwork. And what's awesome is that they, first few places that they went to deliberately shot us prices that were completely outrageous because the event being for witches. Or they completely shot us down because, being for witches. And you would think they would be more open-minded in Vegas because of all the magic shows, but it's all about illusion, not real magic. And I was sitting there one day, and I have the ashes of one of my spiritual teachers, Papa Joe. He was known as Papa Joe Zabo, the Frog Prince, down there in Jackson Square in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
And he taught me how to tarot read when I was a teenager. And I kept on hearing him say, Shea Orleans. And I'm thinking, Nolans? Hell no. I ain't stepping foot in there ever again if I don't have to, because of certain folk. And he's, no, baby. Orleans Casino. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. It's like by my favorite Irish pub there and just off the strip. I'm like, holy shit. Let me think. Okay, Mama Voodoo. Go in there, full makeup. Mind you now, she is ginger haired, full skull face makeup, top hat, black trench coat with her skull headed walking stick. The event manager sees her. She doesn't even get a chance to say anything yet. And he's going, yes, whatever it is that you want. Yes, I want your event. Yes. Because especially during Halloween, everyone knows who Mama Voodoo is, especially down there in Opportune Village. So if you're in the Vegas area, go say hi to the Weird Sisters. They'll be haunting the haunted forest. You'll find her in Lady TA. Lady TA will be selling the lovely items that they make because they sell candles and jewelry and stuff like that. All their candles have the artwork of Mama Voodoo on it. And so what more can you ask? Orleans is already decorated like it's Mardi Gras, like it's down in the French Quarter. We're in the Mardi Gras room. We're going to be in the middle, technically, of Mardi Gras season because Mardi Gras season starts on my birthday, January 6th, and culminates and ends on Fat Tuesday in February. So we're right in the middle of Mardi Gras season, especially down in the South. And so, but they didn't want to do like we didn't want to do like a Mardi Gras theme for the rave and everything. Because that just assumes that coming and getting drunk and getting belligerent, and we don't want that. We want to have a little bit of class to it. So that's why we're dedicating it to all the goddesses. Remember, like the vampire type balls, witchy
Yeah.
balls that they have down in New Orleans and everything. It's going to be themed like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're dedicating. It's mostly to Lilith and then the other, ladies and everything. But Mother Lilith is going to be our main, because I even have a coffee dedicated to her. If you like Cinnabon flavor coffee, we
Yeah.
have one called Cinnamon Seduction. It's a red. It's a black-haired female dominatrix wearing a red leather bustier with a whip in her hand with her horns going out.
I'm in love. Okay.
Yes, girl.
I
We
mean, you
have.
had me at cinnamon, so we're
Oh,
good.
yeah. We also have a cinnamon hazelnut that you might like. I think that's called the Southern Folk Brew. Oh, everything that we have in our when you go on the website and check out our coffees and teas, they are associated with a certain god or goddess. So not only are they fabulous to drink and everything, and the main adjective I keep hearing from no matter what flavor or blend that my testers have tasted, they've all said they're all smooth and bold.
Oh,
And that's like, ooh, that's what I want to hear. Because I
I
even
love
had one a dark roast that's dedicated to us goth girls. We have another one. We are the first company ever to have one dedicated to Oshun. It's a lovely medium roast that has hints of honey and guava in it and
that makes
everything.
sense. Yeah.
Can you not think of like the Caribbean or what? I love that's the Boricua in me. It's like as soon as my business partner was describing it, I just kept on saying Oshun. And what's cool is that the label we used the AI artwork apps, and we typed in all of the main descriptions that you see about Oshun, and that's the one that we came up with and everything. It generated it for us, and we've had nothing but positive things. I have several people that are starting to. I have a lovely lady. I'm giving a shout out to the Honey Pot in Atlanta. She is Omo Oshun, like I am. That means she is a crown daughter of Oshun in Santeria, and which is a branch off of the Ifa tradition out of Nigeria. And
Yep.
they all, and her shop is like one of the biggest metaphysical shops there in Atlanta. And she's going to be doing a lovely review video, and which what I'm very excited for. And then also we have, you guys need a good kick, like maximum
Always, literally always.
Yeah, I
caffeine.
need to wake up in the morning.
Well, we have a lovely lady. She's also she's known as the Montrose Witch, my girl Claire, and she's out of Montrose, Colorado. She's also one of our spiritual advisors. So definitely, y'all check her out. To get a reading. She has a little witchy shop there, and she took half of it and made it into a little cafe, and she's selling our coffee there and everything. And she told me the other day she tried the Thor's Thunder Brew, is what it's called, maximum caffeine. She goes, "Hun, I had one cup, and it wasn't even a big one. It was a regular 8-ounce cup coffee mug." And I go, "Yeah, how was it?" She goes, "It was smooth tasting, but girl, holy fucking shit. I feel like I've drank at least 20 shots of espresso. I've been buzzing all
Like
freaking
a
day.
bumper
I
cocaine.
normally have to drink 6 pots of coffee to get this type of caffeine feel." I said, "Oh." I think because originally we were thinking about, because I'm in the Midwest and everything, and here in Minnesota the Wendigo is a big thing, because they took away. We even got Wendigo Lake and all that stuff, and we were going to go with a stupid theme of we put the go in Wendigo, maximum caffeine coffee.
That's awesome.
I kept on hearing this thunderous voice going, no. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then in my mind's eye, I see this very thick, dad bod, red-headed man with a big, huge hammer and lightning bolts. And it's like exactly what we saw and everything. And she used the AI, and exactly what came up as our label for Thor and everything is exactly what I saw in my mind's eye. And it's like, holy crap.
Thick boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They try to portray him in the Marvels and all that stuff. It's ridiculous that he's like Mr. Handsome, blonde hair, blue eyed. No, honey. He was Mr. Dad bod, big, thick, beer drinking, big bushy redheaded dude. He didn't
Oh
have
no,
long hair.
don't ruin my fantasies.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry. The sagas and Marvel are not the same. Definitely not the same. That's for sure.
Well, I'm gonna need. You've been holding out on me. This is crazy to me. This is the first time I've heard about your buddy in Atlanta, and I mean that's my neck of the woods. Maybe we need to do. Maybe y'all need to just come to my neck of the woods next time.
That's
and
what
come
I'm saying.
on.
What I'm trying to say is the reason why I even brought it up, get back to it, because I'm known that, that's the Southern woman in me. We know we deter things, but we get into the point, is that because we plan on doing more events, because we're the main sponsor of putting on Witch Vegas. And that's why I was hinting that working with you to help sponsor it. And
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
As part of the refreshments, feature our coffees and teas from Indigo Cycles Coffee and Clarity, because we also have loose leaf teas. Speaking of which, I have one right here. This is our English breakfast tea. One of the biggest things back in the day, especially in the Victorian times, my gypsies, the Romney Shells in England, their favorite tea to read for tea readings was English breakfast tea, which was Queen Victoria's favorite. Almost all the English royalty loves their, English breakfast tea. And then also I have my own personal blend.
Oh, do you really?
Yes, I do, baby. It's called the Reverend's Conjure Brew. It's a dark roast. And what's great about it, from what I told it, it's like my girl says, it just reminds me of your magic. It's as smooth and sweet, but deadly at the same time because of the caffeine. It has hints of baker's chocolate in it and caramelized sugar. Because you know how traditionally, your like mass produced ones that it's very bitter without any sugar or cream. I've had people try it with nothing in it who normally don't drink straight black coffee, and they said they couldn't believe there was no bitter taste. I said, that's why, the magic is dark, but it's still sweet at the same time. That's why it's so alluring.
Well, that's why it's the Reverend. That's
right.
why it's
Amen,
my
baby.
patience. That's why it's your blend.
And so far, it's my most popular brew, a blend, whatever you would like to call it. But seriously, if you guys ever order, you get 10% off your first order.
Ooh.
And then also too, one of our dreams is just because any of the shops that if they can sell herbs, like for spiritual use and everything, they have to be antiquated to be able to sell food products, because even though it's for spiritual use, all herbs and spices is still considered a food product.
Right.
So that means they can sell my coffee and tea. And I'm proud to say that we're almost going on to our 5th store so far.
Oh,
wow.
That's pretty awesome.
So that means we are going to start being sold in Colorado, in Montrose. We got Minneapolis going to be sold at the bags will be sold at Hockner Metaphysical, formerly known as the Third Eye of Horus, there in uptown Minneapolis, and then sold as drinks by the cup at their service area, which is known as Third Eye Psychic Salon, which I will be at October 28th doing filming live tarot after hours readings and everything like I did back in July. I guess they had so much fun with my behind. They want me back for the main event for Halloween that weekend.
Love
and
to
it's right
hear
in full moon. So yeah, that will be live filming on their Instagram on the 28th. So
That's
I'm
pretty
looking forward
awesome.
to that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get back to Minneapolis sometime soon. It was beautiful when we were there. We were only there for a few hours, but I mean, it was beautiful.
It used to be after they had them riots and everything. Oh, girl.
Everybody was so nice. It was weird, like I'm Georgia.
Oh, they're
like
passive aggressive, honey. They're assholes. Trust me. Okay.
Wow. I was in the airport. I was like,
Minnesota
hang
nice,
out.
Girl, that whole Minnesota nice. It's very passive aggressive.
Well,
you know how, like in the South, we say "bless your heart."
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
that's how the Minnesota nice is, baby. Okay, trust me, they won't say it to your face. Well, speak of the devil, and she shall come. Mama Voodoo has joined the crowd, and she says, groan in hisses. How is it out there in Vegas, baby? How is everything going out there in Opportunity Village? I hear that you've been haunting the woods out there. Woo wee! I feel sorry for them babies coming through. Because Mama Voodoo is not one to mess with. mm. She scares the ghouls.
I bet. Yeah, I think we're friends on Facebook, and I love watching her content.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I
Her and
followed
Lady
this
T
one.
are fabulous. I am so blessed. Like I
Absolutely.
said, like we gave the shout out before about Witch Vegas. They are going to be our hostesses with the mostest. And I see what time it is, Miss April. Do you feel like
Yes.
throwing some cards, baby?
Sure.
Okay. All right, everyone.
Heather,
It's-
you got to draw too, though.
I
Keep
told
learning.
her I was like, I'm good. I'm not very good, but April's been teaching me.
Practice, baby.
I mean, first of all, we're already jacked up because we are doing this with Mama Patience.
I know.
We already messed up. We might as well both mess up together. So
You'll be fine, baby. You'll be fine.
Mhm.
I don't buy it. I just nibble. Oh, somebody needs to know about this. This is flipped out alliance, and it's gonna pay off big.
Let's see.
Ooh. But seriously, y'all, get your questions ready. Don't be shy.
You know,
Put
a
it right
minute
there in the
ago, I
comments.
just drew a
We can
card
see
for
your questions, and we'll pop it
and
up
was
on the
the
screen.
judgment card, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh
Oh.
no.
Oh, judgment.
What you got, baby?
All right, let's see. I have the 10 of coins. So we're talking about money. It looks like what we're doing right now on my card. So I know all cards are a little bit different. I'll show you guys what mine looks like. It is. Ooh. It's basically a cat statue sitting atop a hill. I'm using the Black Cat's Tarot, which is the very first tarot deck I ever got. I've had this thing for probably a decade now. And so, you know, I'm really enjoying it. It's the deck that speaks to me the most, and I have so many around here. They're all beautiful, and
I
hope that
feel you.
can-
We all have our favorites, baby. There's just those certain ones that it speaks to you the easiest and everything. Like for me, I love my ravens and crows. You know, they just speak to me the most. And besides the alliance, then you had what was your card, baby? Judgment, and then you had yours.
Yes,
What?
judgment. And yeah, so mine's the 10 of coins, which is, wealth and stability.
And then I had and then I have rebirth, baby.
Well, so it looks like it's coming for a full circle because you were seeing a windfall and you were seeing judgment. So that means that whatever it is, the judgment will be like in a monetary sense, right?
Yes,
right.
girl.
That will represent stability that equals rebirth.
Exactly. That makes a lot of sense. See, we did this. Mama Voodoo says yes. We're hunting the joint. Talking about Opportunity Village. Really well. We also will be interviewed on a talk show on the 28th. I will post to the Weird Sisters page and my site and Instagram for the link. It's been quite hectic, and the event is shaping up as well. Yes, it is. And we have some big names coming in to be vendors and doing meet and greets and signings and everything of the magical community. I am, and what I love is some people are coming because they don't know that my company's sponsoring, like who's behind it, even though I've mentioned it on social media, or they do know and they see what they thought they couldn't, because they helped try to stop and they realized they couldn't stop and it's still going on and the blow up. So they want to come kiss behind, if you know what I mean.
Or they want to wait and see if anything goes wrong so that they can.
Oh, no. I'm talking about ones that are actually showing up to do meet and greets and work the event.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, trust me, the other ones they're already regretting it. They are totally have been made busy by spirit, as they would say. They don't even know, they're not even paying attention to me anymore. And the ones that are trying to we're the first psychic coffee company ever in the world. we did our research.
That's really
And
awesome.
yeah, it's very exciting. And and especially being veteran owned and woman owned, you know,
Yeah,
me and my
baby.
team, we're kicking ass and taking names. You know, both my business partners are Leos and I'm a Capricorn. So we gonna rock
Uh,
this, as they say, baby.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
especially
terrifying.
oh, honey, I've already done the research because J.P. Morgan always said, baby, millionaires know of astrology, billionaires use it. I love my astrology, baby. Okay, and from what I could see, out of the top five, the first two on any video that you read about or watch about the main sun sign areas that are going to be the luckiest in career and business, first two that always pop up is Capricorn and Leo. And so it's like, and then all the different readings that keep coming in and everything reminding me that this is the calm before the storm, because you're going to have a big breakout and you're going to be busy, 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 travel, 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 travel.
Yeah.
I thought, ooh. Well, well, besides during the 21st century, sending emails and all that kind of stuff, I'm old fashioned. That's the Capricorn in me when it comes to sales. And since I'm going to be representing my company and everything, because I got voted to be the face, I want to go to the stores and bring some like samples of the coffee and everything and be one on one,
Mhm.
like, talk to people, you know what I'm saying? And get to
Yeah.
know, our clientele, work my Southern charm on them. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
All right. First question of the night. Brother Danny Chin. Namaste. Thank you for joining us, honey. He says, what messages do the ancestors import to both David and I? That's his twin brother. I call him my
Hey,
twin brother.
Oh, that's so funny. Heather's
So
a twin.
so wow, that so listen, when that question popped up, so I have the chat up too. This card fell out. So actually I think I can take this one. Actually, it's pretty
Go,
good.
go.
So real fast before we talk about what it is. So I have the Octopus Tarot by Luna Charlotte. And a
Oh,
big call out to this one. She went through a lot of struggles with this deck. I stuck
I
with it
remember.
for like over a year. This deck has been stolen from her and recreated. You can get it horrible places now. Don't buy it there. Buy it directly from her. It's beautiful. It has holographic edges and just beautiful imagery. But anyway, I drew the strength card. Well, it fell out of the deck. I didn't draw it. The strength card. So if you have I think that if you have an event either going on currently or coming up, you either need to have more strength, have strength, or this is the strength that's being sent to you. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and I got distraction. Need to focus. Channel
Oh,
your chi.
April, what'd you get for him?
So I got the King of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
And King of Wands is basically that you're going a good direction. So this particular cat, it has left his throne, so he's a little distracted, but he is working on something that is taking a lot of time for him to craft. Like he is working on making something beautiful and something good that he is really passionate about, that he really is interested in, and he's doing that right. He's got his anvil out and he's creating this iron rose, which is really interesting that it's iron, of course. Iron being something that's associated with away from the Fey realm, white, right? You don't want to be, iron is not something that you can use in the Fey realm. It hurts fairies, things like that. So pretty interesting there. But the throne is right behind him, ready for him anytime he wants it. So good.
Oh. I'm hearing in my ear intuitively from Spirit, since she's talking about the iron, and him and his brother are very most excellent martial artists. And you will understand when I say to you, Danny, iron shirt. You must evoke for you and your brother for what is to come. You will understand what I'm saying, what I mean, because majority of the time dealing with, I'm sick and tired of seeing people treat the Fae like it's Tinkerbell. They some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse my language and everything, but no, they're not sweet and nice and
Mm.
everything. And a lot of them are malevolent, tricksters, not so good. And with everything that's going on and everything in the world, invoke Iron Shirt. Help channel the chi, like she said, and what my card said, and hers. So take your strength, Iron Shirt, no more distractions. Let go of the how, when, and where. Make sense? And he said, thank you, blessed ones.
Fairies can be very dangerous. Thank you, Lavetta.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They are
you're
not
right, Mr. Lydia. Oh, Miss SM says, stay blessed, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Mama.
Any messages are appropriate. Let's see.
Let's see. What is this? Whoever got one first, go ahead, baby. I got a chuckle.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So cups would be like emotions and fulfillment and your thoughts, things like that, right? So what I'm seeing here is that even though your throne is behind you, actually it's very similar to Danny's card. If you look, right, her throne is right behind her, but she's got her eyes on the sky. So it's telling me that you might be focusing on something, whatever's in your future, instead of focusing on what is actually here, what is actually present right now. And so I would say, one of the things you need to make sure of is look at the sky, look at the stars and see what a beautiful world it is and what can be in the future, but don't neglect the fact that there is something behind you that is yours. And you own that throne, and don't let it get away from you. That's what I'm getting here, is that it's kind of a caution.
I agree with it. And to add to it, by the way, I am using MJ McCollaghan's Crow Oracle deck, and I got the trust card and caching, cash it in. And the main thing is that you need to trust your intuition. That's another thing about the Queen of Cups and everything. She knows how to control her environment. She knows how to control her emotions and the emotions in the environment around her. And so the main thing you need to do is, like she's talking about, mindset. Okay. I highly recommend here on our YouTube channel at Indigo Psychics TV, I have playlists of different types of subliminal frequencies, Reiki music, also spoken word. One of my favorite channels is called Rockstar Affirmations, where they, if you have an ADHD mind like mine, where it has a spoken word, forced meditations, where you have several different people speaking at the same time. They got anything and everything from money to relationships, self-esteem, career, weight loss, all kinds of stuff. And also same with my playlists and everything. And listen to them. The whole point is using the subconscious while you sleep. And to help with the situation, like she mentioned in her cards, is to stop you're trying to control the how, when, and where. Okay. And when we do that, no matter who we work with or believe in, you're giving the divine a slap in the face, because you're trying to control everything, because we live in this instant gratification society. And because of that, we want it now. We want to be like Samantha Twitcher knows, and boom, here it is. Be like Jenny Bob the Head, and boom, it materializes right in front. That's not how it works, And when you're too worried about the future and everything, you get in that negative mindset and you self-sabotaging. So take a nap or take advantage of your regular sleep. Find something that works with you. You find whatever frequency, or there's ones with, it has the nature sounds in the background with the different, new agey music. I have ones with the Savaggio frequencies. And like I said, there's also like the Reiki music. So when you take advantage of that, you're being able to, as they say, amplify your energy work and your manifestation from the subconscious level because the self-sabotaging mindset is turned off. So definitely work on that mindset. What do you have, Miss Heather? I'll shut up.
Oh no.
I would also say something really easy and quick. I did it today, and it was life changing. Is just kick off your shoes, go outside, stand on the ground, think about where you are on the earth.
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Good old fashioned grounding. Exactly.
Take 5 minutes and just be where you are.
Talk about having ADHD. I totally forgot what I was doing. So I reshuffled.
There's a video for that.
Yes, there is.
Get that video.
Oh my goodness. I reshuffled your card and I wanted to show it to you because it went so well with what we were talking about. But I drew for you the 8 of Wands. And I think that is so perfect to what April and Patience just talked about because it's about, yes, found it. Because it's about putting, oh wait, is it upside down? Of course it is. Because you see how it's all in that organized, beautiful circle, right? Putting things in order. So this is a spiritual card, right? About putting your spirit back together, trusting it, and everything flowing in this perfect circle, like
fast and quick,
harmoniously.
Right, exactly, girl.
About trusting yourself. So I was like, yes, because honestly, when I first drew it, I was like, oh, I don't know if this makes any sense. And then as soon as April drew hers, I was like, this makes perfect sense. Absolutely.
Tag team back again, baby. I love doing this. A quick shout out. Thank you, Miss Lavidia. Miss Lavidia was graciously kind to send a $5 super sticker donation. All donations to our YouTube channel are highly appreciated. They go to the production of the show. Thank you so much. Pray that your donation will return to you 1,000-fold, Mama. Yes, wow. Hi, Kika. She says, love messages, please. And thank you.
Oh.
What does Miss Kika need to know about her love life, y'all?
Nothing. She already knows. That's the answer. She already knows. Hi. You already know. You already know.
Yeah, she's crying over somebody.
You already know. You're spending too much time worrying about it.
Displacement. Exactly. You said displacement popped out. That's worry. As soon as you just said that, girl, just flew out.
I can feel it through the screen.
I love when cards fly out like that. That's like spirit going, this one, bitch. You know? So, yeah. Girl, this fool that you're crying over, quit wasting your damn time, child. Too much spilled milk.
Better.
This out, honey. Clean up the mess. It's time to move on. Get in tune with that dark feminine energy. Be seductive, okay? For yourself. Love yourself. Unconditional love. That's what you need is for yourself. Because we're walking electromagnets, honey. So if you want that true love, you want that soulmate that you've always dreamed of, you got to start with yourself first. Because what you start generating on the inside, that's what you're going to attract. And if you keep chasing the external, you're going to settle for anything and you're going to keep on getting fools like the one you're pining over. No offense. Yeah. Actually, I don't care.
Y'all are never going to guess what I drew.
If you drew the Lovers, what'd you draw?
The High Priestess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
confirmation. You got to do that spiritual work on yourself, baby.
That's right.
There it is.
That's right. You have the power inside. You're doing just fine. You better off, and you can do better. Trust me. You're beautiful.
I got a great playlist. It literally says self-esteem and all the things on it, from the spoken word to the Savaggio frequencies to the different little nature music ones and everything. Those videos, listen to them. They will help you on the subconscious level start learning to love yourself. And if you don't find anyone that you like, just find a 528 frequency. And then 432 is a really good frequency. That's one of my favorites, you know, especially like when I'm relaxing and everything and want to picture myself somewhere in Tahiti, drinking a Mai Tai, or somewhere in the Caribbean, I put on my Bob Marley with the 432, and having me some Mother Nature to relax. Oh, oh, it's a good thing I don't drink anymore, baby.
One day.
My
So
spirits do.
I got the Four of Wands. Thinking about your situation, Kika, which is very interesting because Four of Wands, in this case, it is, as you can see, a bunch of kitties around a campfire. And they have like, they're all kind of doing their own thing. They're all looking in different places, and they're all like, it looks like they're trying to pull each other in all these different directions, and they're not paying attention to the fact that everything that they had in their hands is now on the ground because they have reached out to each other and now they're pushing and pulling. So the Four of Wands is also a card of dissatisfaction, which, I mean, like my mom patient said, sorry, not sorry. He, she, or they ain't shit. So make sure you get yourself some satisfaction.
Like the Stone said, baby, you don't want that happening no more. You need to get yourself satisfaction, like she said. Woo, girl. And I'm supposed to tell you this, little Heather. Embrace your gifts. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, baby. That's why you giggling like that. You know Mama's right.
Mama, I gotta tell you this story real fast. Okay. So April has really talked to me a lot through this, and we have kind of decided that I have the most powerful intuition when I'm sleeping, which is what you told me the other night. So I told April, because I was like, girl. So because
the sleeping prophet, Edgar Casey, baby.
The experience we had at the Magnolia Inn was while I was sleeping, and those are the most vivid experiences. So listen, around last year, I had this dream about my father's sisters, and in my dream, we were at a family location that we had been at before. So I was familiar. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're here.
So, but in my dream, they were younger than what I knew them in life. And, but I still recognize them, obviously, because I've seen pictures, so we're good. And in my dream, we're having this conversation of just random stuff. And I asked them in my dream, "Are you really here?" And they said, "Yes, we're really here." And I had turned and looked around the room, and I had seen my grandmother standing in the doorway of one of the rooms. And I had looked over and I saw her, and I looked back and I told my aunts, I said, and Granny's here too. And they looked at me and they said, "No, she's not. That's not her. That's not meant for you." And when I turned and looked back at my grandmother, it was a completely black shadow figure, and it disappeared.
You got one of them trickster shadow people, baby. They will disguise themselves with the loved ones, as children. That's how they lure you in.
But wait, yes. the next day, literally, and I swear this happened, the next day, I got a phone call from my father, and one of my aunts had already been gone, has already been passed for a number of years, but my second aunt had passed that night when I had the dream.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean. When I was 8 years old, I had a similar situation with my one adopted grandfather. And after I told a message I was supposed to tell my grandmother, they were taking me to church to lay hands on me because they were freaked out. How does this 8-year-old child know that grandparents who only call themselves their little pet names when they were having relations, if you know what I mean? Ooh. His message to her was, "Baby girl, don't worry. Big Daddy's waiting for you. Take care of the grandbabies. I'll call you when it's time." That's all. I relayed the message. Girl, you want to see some Boom! What the hell? So they just said legend is and everything. When you see your loved ones, they are there and they are visiting with you, but do not follow them
Yeah.
because you ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Because many a times, like that one spirit you thought was grandma and it being a shadow person, they tricked us. And they were never human, but they know how to shapeshift, as like most tricksters do and everything, and they'll lure you in that way by disguising. They know how to get into the brain and into your memories and everything, and figure out who is the most heartstring pulled for you. That you would be okay. Hi, grandma, or the little one. Mom, whatever, brother, sister, friend, lover, husband, wife, whatever. They love to use that type against you. And that's why I've always said to these youngins, coming up in the paranormal field, you got to come to terms with your fears, your phobias, and learn to forgive yourself for any sin that you have done. Because you go into these malevolent places, things like that, if you're not into having yourself protected like a proper person should, they will use your shit against you and make you go crazy. And have other things happen, as well. So definitely make sure you guys are keeping up your protections. All right. You little ones out there. So people like me don't have to come up and clean your mess. Because I'm tired of it. I'm getting too old for that shit. Oh my God. Girl. Whew. It's time to travel and drink coffee and some tea and have some fun. Like in Vegas, baby. I can't wait to have you girls. Oh, I can't wait to give you all the biggest hugs.
I can't wait till Vegas. April has never been to Vegas, and
I've never been.
We have been planning for this for so long, and I'm like, girl, we staying longer than 2 days, just so you know.
Well, I myself will be flying in Thursday night because it was nice. Like I remember I had mentioned earlier about how they were a lot of those places was giving us foolish prices. Well, we had asked to see if for Friday, because we were opening up on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. For vendors to have some time to come in and have time to set up and stuff. Dude, those places were wanting to charge an extra $5,000 to $10,000.
Dang.
For 4 to 5 hours for setup. I said, what?
No, thank you.
Guess what? Orleans, free, baby. Free. So Friday,
well, maybe Friday night y'all can come join me and we'll do some ghost hunting at the craps tables.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl, hey, we're gonna have some fun in Vegas. Oh, well, the way we even came up with the whole event and everything, me and Salty were talking about going to visit, the Weird Sisters and having a girls' weekend. And unfortunately, I suffer from fibromyalgia, so I cannot do the summers or fall or anything, unless it's cool. And so we decided let's go in January because the weather here, in Minnesota is -20. So it's like it'd be great to get away from that and everything. And so we just got to talking, and it's like, you know what? We should put on an event. Yeah, you're right. We should. And Witch Vegas was born, baby. I'm so excited.
Fabulous.
You talked about Edgar Casey earlier. You guys should plan another one for the Edgar Casey Institute in Virginia Beach.
Yes, and I mean,
the grounds are beautiful.
I know the Sisterhood of Magic and Wonder, who they're my favorite Appalachian witches.
Yep. Misty and Ashley. Yep, absolutely.
Mama Pat and Dr. Rhonda. Yes, guess what? They're gonna be speakers out there on Sunday, honey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, the Connor sisters will be doing a lovely speech about Appalachian conjure, the Connor sister way, about their family traditions of doing conjure there in the mountains. And then Mama Pat, she recently just have her book. And actually, speaking of which,
I've got it behind me somewhere.
You want a good book about granny magic out of the Appalachian Mountains, babies? Get
Yeah.
this book, honey, and it's still doing fabulous on Amazon, by the way. She'll be talking about that. Dr. Rhonda's going to be talking about working with the paranormal and seances and everything. And then we'll have a group effort of all four ladies doing a panel talk about seances and their experiences and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, yes. Mama Voodoo says, first of all, make sure you keep your altars lit, especially at this time of year, because of what comes through the veil might not be friendly. Amen. Because y'all, especially Comalates, they're around Samhain, Halloween, whatever you like to call it, Day of the Dead and everything. And also, I will do my best to pull some strings and try to get some tickets for one of the cirque shows. We'll see. I'm not promising anything, but I'm going to try. Ooh, that would be fun. Oh, I love Cirque du Soleil. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that would be fabulous. Talk about girls' night. Witches Girls Weekend is what Witch Vegas is going to be, babies. That's what we're going to make.
Weekend. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready at all. First of all, y'all are gonna have to make sure I need a leash. I need you to get one of those backpacks that attaches to like a wristlet. Like I'm gonna need somebody to help me because
yes, darling.
Not.
I will bring a leash, especially just for you, to make sure you don't wander off and everything.
Make sure it's studded.
Get one of them nice harness ones and everything, so you start.
That's right.
The retractable doggy ones where you let it out for a little bit and then you start retracting it back, like bitch. Quit wandering off. Real quick, Mama Voodoo says Orleans has been very nice. They've been wonderful people. And the Rio, on the other hand, she goes, oh, the Rio, not so nice. Oh, girl, screw the Rio. Granted, yeah, they're one of the first ones there, but screw them. It was serendipitous. It was meant to be, where we're having it. Like I said, it's the middle of Mardi Gras season. It's going to be bon ton roulette the whole time. We're going to let the good time rolls, y'all. So definitely, I look forward to seeing you girls there. Everyone have a fabulous night. Thank you for joining me, ladies. And we got to set up, another time to have you back on so we can have some more fun. And let me tell you, I am so proud of you, babies, how much you have grown. You make your mama proud. I mean, you bless my heart so much, And Heather, build up your confidence, baby. You did fine. Okay. And trust me, mama knows. Okay.
She always does great. She just.
Yes. Practice. Like when I was, first time I gave a professional reading, I was 15 years old down there in the square. And Papa, you know how our lovely decks come with a little cheap book?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to be slick. And I had it in my little pocket. And I pulled it out. Papa Joe came right behind. And took it right away. Child, read. I'm like, but nope, I don't want to hear it. Look at them cards. Read. Yes, sir. Man, by the time I got done with that reading and everything, the only lady ever told me was her name. I just looked at the cards and told her what I felt and what I could see in my mind's eye from the cards. I told her about a nasty domestic situation and, stuff she hadn't tell nobody in the family because she was too embarrassed about, being married to such an abusive, cheating, lying scoundrel of a man. And she thought Papa Joe, because she was a friend of his and everything, told me about her life. And he goes, I didn't tell this baby nothing. This is the first time she's ever met you. The only thing she knows about you is your name. Remember, you didn't even tell your birthday to her. She told you. And she's like, you're right. I said, it's a blessing and a gift. So make sure, people, when you start getting in tune with your gifts, make sure this is truly what you want. Even though you're blessed with them and everything, make sure this is truly what you want. And make sure you work on self and your shadow work so you do not allow yourself to go crazy. Okay? Because we need these people like my babies here, like you out there. What the world is going through, we need as many, many, many healers and spiritual advisors to help people and heal this world. All right? Come together, babies. All right? Happy Halloween to you, babies.
Happy Halloween.
Have a good night.
Bye.